Hey, what is going on, everybody? So recently my car needed some service and I wanted to talk to you about two things. One, this loaner that Tesla gave me, because look at those rims, what the heck is going on with that? And number two, about the issues that I had with my car. I want to share, my experience with the car. So I want to tell you about what I had fixed and how I found out I needed those things fixed. So I wanted to do this during the day, but I got these sweet lights. Check out this light. It's those LED lights. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. It's ridiculous. I love them. But so you can see actually pretty well. It's completely dark outside. Anyway, so let's check out this car first. So this is a Model 3. It's a long-range dual motor Model 3, the same as mine. My car is also long-range dual motor, but you'll notice a few things about it if you're looking at it. It's black. The paint actually looks really nice. I'm loving the black paint compared to my midnight silver. I still like my midnight silver, but I don't know, having this black has made me really like it. And for the Model X we have on order, we ordered white. But now we're considering maybe changing it to black. We're unsure. But you can see I've gotten it a little dirty in my few days with it. But look at these rims. So these are T Sportline rims on, again, this loaner from Tesla. And they look really nice. I love them. What I've seen online, of course, they look cool, but I don't know, in person they look a lot better than what I've seen online. I have the Martian wheels, and I do like my Martian wheels a little bit better, but these I think cost less and they still look really nice. But anyway, it's a loaner and it has these crazy sweet rims. Also, you'll notice the windows are tinted. Maybe you'll notice they're tinted on the side there. They are not tinted on the front, but pretty interesting. And then the other big thing that I noticed, if you come around to the back, it's got a hitch. I mean, it also has Ohio license plates, but it has a hitch, which it's crazy to have all these modifications on a loaner vehicle. But I think probably what happened is this is a trade-in. So I was talking to some people on Twitter and somebody suggested that, and I think that's probably the right idea. But before I thought about that, I was like, what the heck is going on with this thing? But as you can see, it's a dual motor Model 3. The car is really nice for a warranty car. It is locked, unfortunately, in chill mode, which is pretty annoying. Chill versus standard. It's not even a performance. It's a dual motor and they still lock it in chill mode. But I'm not complaining at all. I mean, to even get this as a loaner is really special. Now, before anybody asks, I don't think anybody in the service department knew me. A lot of people, think because I make YouTube videos, I would get special treatment. My channel's not quite that big. There is at least one person at the service center that I talk to and know. But out of the people who actually do the servicing on the vehicles, none of them gave any indication anyway that they knew who I was or about the channel. So I don't think Tesla gave me any special treatment when I'm telling you this story. Just keep that in mind. Of course, it's technically possible, but I really don't think so. So in case you're not familiar, I should probably start with how I booked the service. Everything is done through Tesla's app. So my app is not technically functional right now because my car's in service mode, but you can open the app and you go to service, you click service, and you put in your complaints, whatever you think is wrong. If your glass is broken or you have a scratch in the paint or you're hearing a weird noise, you just tell them. Once you go through the steps, you can then see the dates that are available. You book a service appointment, and then a little bit before your appointment comes up, Tesla will usually message you through the app. They do all the talking through the app, just like texting you back and forth. Basically, it goes to their email, but for you, it's in your Tesla app. It's super nice, super easy, super simple, and their back and forth is really good for me. I've had some times where I'll ask something and they don't really respond right away or not at all, which is kind of weird, but I find if I just keep bugging them, then eventually they will respond to me. And I have heard complaints of other people saying that they don't get any responses at all, but just for me personally, that was not my experience at all. Sometimes the response was delayed, but I did always get a response to the questions I had. So my car was making a couple of new noises. So the first one was a clicking noise. So check out this clip. And I only noticed this because we had really nice weather and I had the windows down in a parking lot. I was doing some beta stuff just on my own, trying out full self-driving beta, which of course I don't have on this car, and I really miss it. That's a whole nother story. And I noticed this clicking. It was pretty quiet, but I figure, I'm almost at my warranty. I'm just about to hit 50,000 miles, and I didn't want to wait to get out of my warranty to ask Tesla about this. And then the other one, which had been happening for just a couple of weeks, wasn't too big of a concern, but I figure, since it's happening and I'm going in there anyway, I'm going to ask them about it. The car was making this other noise. Check out this one. Now, to me, that just kind of sounds like the louvers or louvers, however you say that. In the front of the car, there's like this little thing that flips and lets air in or blocks air if the battery's hot or whatever. And it sounded like that, but every time that would happen, the whole car would like move, like just a little kind of jerk, like while I was parked or even just idling. If it's in drive but in hold mode, the car would, you know, kind of do this motion. So that one was the AC compressor. They sent me home that day with this loaner because they didn't know exactly how long it was going to take. But at the time, they actually hadn't diagnosed that. And they said they couldn't repeat, you know, the issue. I didn't explain it very well, to be totally honest. And they said they couldn't repeat it. And I was like, no, I promise. Like if you sit in the car for a few minutes, it happens constantly. So they called me and kind of talked to me about it. And then they went back into the car and they said, okay, you're right. We had to wait 5 or 6 minutes, which I'm surprised it even took them that long. But they did find the issue and they said it was the AC compressor. So they had to order one. They didn't have any in stock. And that's why, you know, I'm still using the loaner. I dropped my car off Thursday, April 1st. And I still have my car. Today is April 5th. I still have the loaner, I should say. And I think my car will be done tomorrow, so April 6th. But, you know, I have the loaner, so it doesn't really matter all that much, just besides missing the beta. And then the clicking noise was something with my splines. I don't know. I can just put the message that they sent up. I don't know exactly what it means, but they said they fixed that and put some lubrication and retightened everything or whatever. And that's all good. So both of those were covered under warranty. And it was a really simple, easy process. I took it in. The splines, the clicking, they said they found right away and fixed it right away under warranty. And then I had them do one voluntary thing that was brake service. So especially being in Michigan with the winters are pretty bad on the brakes, especially because they don't get used in the Tesla like almost ever. I had them do the brake cleaning and lubrication and everything. I've never done it. I think you're supposed to do it once a year in this kind of harsh winter climate. I've had my car for 2.5 years and I've never done it. And I didn't have any problems, but I know it's just something you're supposed to kind of keep up on. So I had them do that. That was $62, I believe, about $60. And I personally have no idea how to do that. I talked to somebody I know and they said it's really not that hard and they could show me how to do it. But it was nice. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty convenient to take the car in and it's just done by Tesla. It's done right. Cause I don't want to mess something up, taking the brakes apart and, oh my gosh, you put them on wrong and something goes wrong. That would not be fun. So overall, the service experience has been great. I know technically it's not done because I don't have my car back in my possession. I'm sitting in the loaner right now, but, I will update you if something weird happens, but I don't expect that. So this is a really generous experience Tesla has. I don't know if other car manufacturers have this same kind of experience. I haven't really had any expensive cars like this before. I did one time with my Ford have warranty work done. So that was something was wrong with the car. I needed to bring it in for a warranty claim. And they did give me a loaner for the day. I had to come back by the end of that day and drop the loaner off and pick my car up. But that was really nice. For this, I didn't really expect it, to be honest, just because, you know, I have some service that I need on the car and that happens sometimes. And I've never had service on a car and had a loaner given to me. So maybe that's because it's under warranty, or I'm really not sure. I don't have experience with that with other auto manufacturers. But I was planning on just using our other car, our Equinox, while mine was getting fixed. Now, I didn't expect it to be, you know, 5 or 6 days, so that wouldn't have been fun. But I expected it to be a day or two, and then I would just go pick my car up again. So this was a really nice surprise. Tesla loaners are not always guaranteed. I did get a message in the app before I arrived that said there were no Tesla loaners left, but Tesla could get me something from Enterprise if I needed it. Luckily for me, I definitely didn't want anything from Enterprise. I mean, again, I don't want to complain. It's given to me for free, but I'd much rather have a Tesla to replace my Tesla that's being worked on. So luckily for me, when I got there, they said they had loaners, like no big deal. So I'm not sure if that message was just automatic to kind of prepare people for the worst, but it sounded like they had a lot of options there. So the last thing I want to talk about is the beta. Of course, obsessed with the beta, and having been without it, it's been very strange. I didn't expect this, but when I first left the Tesla service center, I guess I've adapted to the beta so much. I've been using it since October or November. So for a while now, just leaving there and not having the car do all these things. Again, we know it's not done and it's not perfect, and I'm always in control, and I do a lot of taking over, especially when I'm not making the videos. I always take over if the car does anything even slightly weird, because I want to give the feedback to Tesla and I want to make it better. But I don't know. It was very strange driving this car without the beta, and I didn't like it at all. I much, much, much prefer having the full self-driving beta enabled, working with it to get to my destination, than I had in the experience of this car of not having the beta. So it was a pleasant surprise, because, you know, I get a lot of comments that say like, oh, I'd rather just drive myself and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, sometimes it's a pain, and sometimes I'll take over and just be like, you know what, I'm just going to drive. But overall, I much prefer the beta, and I think when it finally does roll out to everybody, which it's coming eventually, we'll get there, people are going to love it. They're really going to prefer it for the most part. Of course, not everybody's the same, but most people are really going to enjoy the beta. So I wanted to throw that in there because it did really catch me off guard how much I missed the beta. So anyway, about 50,000 miles, 2.5 years of ownership experience. This is my first really maintenance I've needed on the car. Anything that kind of went wrong with it. So overall, great experience. I'm really happy with the way Tesla handled this. And next time I will be out of warranty, so that will not be as fun. Hopefully it won't be too expensive if something goes wrong. You know, things happen all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions about Tesla service or things to expect, maybe things I didn't cover, go ahead and ask those down in the comments. I would be happy to answer your questions. I hope you enjoyed this one, and you will see me in the next video.